All right guys, we're back at it again, finishing up the boom sprayer here. In the last video, you've seen where we cut all our material and tacked it all into place. If you didn't see part one, go back and check it out. In this video, we're gonna fully weld it up, paint it, finish putting the sprayer all together, and then test it out. So let's get back to where we left off. Welcome back to the channel. Kind of test fit this up here a little bit. All right, so a few things. I like how wide I've made it. I think the 4 foot, the wider stance, that's a good thing. But with that, we are just barely on the edge of this tank, which is okay. But what I want to probably wind up having to do is, instead of one support brace under there, I'm probably going to have to do 2. And I say that because I planned on using a strap to hold this tank down. And these are the tank straps I was going to use. Now I haven't unfolded these necessarily to see, and I probably should, but what I think I'm going to have to do now, so that way I'm not clamping down just on the very edge of it, is have a support under the center of it, and then have another support a little bit further in front, so that way one side of this clamp can bolt in to the support and then wrap around and then tie into the back of the frame. But I guess now I should see if my strap that I have is even gonna work. So let's unfold it and just kind of see what we have. Well, if we're gonna do something like that, our strap is actually super long. I was hoping I could take and drill out here and then drill out down here, and then just kind of tighten everything up and it kind of compress everything in. But that clamp is just going to be a little bit too long. Maybe the best thing to do is going to be tack weld it, or weld it up maybe up top, and then have it to where it'll screw down into the bar down here to tighten everything up. Because for the most part, we shouldn't ever have to take it off. Something to think about.
And he puzzled and puzzled till his puzzler was sore.
So what we'll do is, on this side right here, we'll just take and weld it onto the bottom of the channel down here. And then when we bring it around, we'll just take another piece of channel, run it along, drill a hole in it for it to bolt down and actually clamp down onto it that way. As far as our support to go down the center of this, we'll just go ahead and use another piece of channel iron there as well. Just so that way the bottom of it, it's all the same. All right, let's set this thing back up there and see how she looks. So I measured 10 inches off of the edge right here, and that's kind of put it at a pretty good spot. I like where that's at. So let's get these holes drilled out. All right, so I got the tank put on there. We did something a little bit different. So we got it connected up front, but what we did on the back side, so I just took a piece of angle iron. That's a piece of 3x3 that I had. And what we did is just, we came across the top of it. Instead of mounting it up here, we just took it all the way down and just did it like that. And so far, just looking at it, I do have it fairly tightened down, and it's actually doing pretty good. So I think that's going to work. I believe we are done with everything, so we will fully weld it all up. I do know I'm going to need to run to the store in the morning because I'm going to need a ball valve. So let's get this welded up and call it a night because it's getting late. All right, guys, got it all welded up. We're gonna call it for tonight. It's getting late. It is about 10:30, so we'll wrap it up for tonight. We'll come back in the morning. We'll probably paint it, get all the plumbing done on it, get the boom put on there, and then we'll get it on the tractor, and then we'll test her all out and see how she does. So we'll see you in the morning. All right, it's the next day. I went to Tractor Supply this morning, got a few more things I needed, picked up some spray paint. Now we're gonna go ahead and get it all painted up. Because I got a lot of John Deere equipment, between the tractor, lawnmower, I got a yard rake over there, stuff like that. I've kind of got a green theme going on. So everything I have implement-wise is green. Don't look at that over there. I'm working on that. It's a little windy out. Let's get it all painted up.
Perfect. Perfect.
Got everything painted, the tank's mounted back on. It ain't going nowhere. Now it's time to install our pump. This is a TDR Force water pressure pump. The model is an SLDP-33. It is a 4 gallon per minute flow rate, 12 volts, 8.6 amps. Where I'm thinking about mounting this is kind of right here in this area right here. So that way it is tucked up in here and kind of out of the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scribe up my holes, because we're going to drill a 1/4 inch hole and put 1/4 inch bolts inside of it. All right, let's drill these out. All right, now we're gonna cut some hose up to go from the bottom of the tank up to our pump. So as you can see, and this right here, this is not how I'm gonna leave this. I thought I had everything I was gonna need, but I kind of had to piece some stuff together, so I didn't have all the best fittings for everything. But we come off of it to a ball valve, so that way I can shut it off if need to, for whatever reason, and for whenever I go to ever drain the tank for some reason, I can just pull off the hose, open the valve, and pour whatever's left in it into a bucket or something like that. But we're just going to take our 3/8 hose, come off that, and then come and connect it to over here. I'm just going to kind of loosely do all this. Like I said, we will make it better at another time. I just want to go ahead and finish this up, get it done, and test it out. All right, we got our boom sprayer now. Let's put this together. So the reason why I got this one compared to some of the other ones is they're made out of metal. So I like that. The ends there, they're plastic, but hey, that's all right. And then the tips that came with it are adjustable tips. I guess you can change the spray pattern on it, but if for whatever reason these didn't work or I didn't like how these were, I did have some 120-degree angle tips that should, I believe, work in this. So we'll get this put together and see how it looks. All right, we are just going to temporarily tie these into place, because looking at it, I'm not going to be able to keep them like this, because whenever I set the implement down, the tips are obviously going to dig down into the ground. So I'm going to actually need to make a bar to come up and out a little bit, so that way I have something to attach it to, but also when I set the implement down on the ground, it won't rip off the nozzle tips or anything like that. So I'll have to do that some other time. Okay, that'll be all right for now. Now let's get this hose. All right, guys, well, there it is. Got the boom on. It's actually not as wide as I thought it was going to be. I was kind of thinking about having something really wide for whenever I'm spraying the yard, because it's such a big area. And it's something I could still do in the future. What I might do is get another one of these kits and, be able to just undo the end of it and extend it out even more. That is a possibility. For now, everything's ready to go except for the wiring. We'll put this on the ground, hook it up to the tractor, and then we'll just do some very temporary wiring just to make sure everything's operational. And then I'll go sometime later, tidy everything up, actually put my switch in the tractor, because I think I'm going to put a switch right there where that cutout is right there. I'll do that at some point later on, but for now, let's get this on the ground. Let's get it hooked up to the back of the tractor, and let's get some temporary wiring done. Now, hopefully how I have this rigged up, it will not come crashing down. So we'll see. All right, so it is all the way up to the top, and what I've seen online says roughly about 20 inches off the ground, which we ain't even close. We're about 15, and if we were to put those down, it'd be more like 12 almost, about a foot. So I'll have to keep that in mind when I build that rack. It's just going to have to be up some to get that 20 inches for good spray coverage. So, but that's all right. We can worry about that another day. I just want to make sure everything is functioning properly. So, like I said, we can do the fine tuning and details. That can be done later. So, black goes to black. White is our power. What I did right here is I just put in a little link right there, so that way I can just sit right there, plug it in real quick, and then unplug it if need be. So everything's hooked up. Now let's take and put some water in it, and let's see how it all sprays. All right, this is our first test. Let's turn our valve on, and then let's plug it up and just see what it does. I hear the water. There we go. All right, we definitely got a leak there. All right, let's plug it up again. I will say I already don't like these adjustable sprayers, so we're probably going to change those out. But hey, that's actually pretty good. All right, let's run it a little bit, see what she does. Well guys, there you have it. That is how you make a really cheap sprayer out of just some metal and a fuel tank. I want to call this a success. Everything's working like it's supposed to. I'm pretty happy with everything. All right guys, as always, if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It really helps out a lot. If you want to see more of this, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what other kind of implement maybe we can try to build. But as for now, that's it for this one. We'll see you in the next one.